What is up, YouTube? I'm here on the 2016 Yamaha R1. I'm going to bring you a video today on a comparison of the Yamaha R1 and the BMW M1000RR. I got a question on Facebook the other day. Which one do I recommend for a daily rider? Which one would I choose for a daily if I had to choose one? Which one would it be? Which one would it be for a track bike, and which one would it be for a daily use bike? Going to and from work, cruising around town. So let's get out there. Know where I'm going today. I'm literally just out cruising around. So I've had the 2016. I know this is first video I've brought to you guys really with me riding the R1. So I've had it since 2017. It was a leftover 16, so I've had it since 2017. I put every single mile on this bike. I'm at 26,000 miles. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but I have 26,000 miles on the bike. I've put pretty much every mile on it except for maybe 1,000 or so, because my girl's been riding it. But we'll call it 25,000 miles that I've put on it myself. So I have quite a bit of experience on it. I've rode it long distance and I absolutely love it. It's comfortable, the seat position's good. You don't sit too forward. I feel like you sit in the bike, not on the bike. I feel like you sit more in it. So that's good. The only bad thing is you do not have downshift. At least I don't, not on this one. Just because it's the 2016, it did not have downshift. I do have a quick upshift on it, but no quick downshift. Or auto blip down, I should say. As far as comfort, honestly, can't give it a 10 out of 10 because it's definitely not a 10 out of 10. That's not a cruiser. You can't give it a 10 out of 10. But I'd give it a good 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. Definitely a 7. We'll go 7 out of 10 on comfort. Temperature-wise, the BMW definitely runs. The BMW definitely runs way hotter than the R1. The Bryn tuning definitely helped with the BMW because the fan kicks on at 195. So that was a huge help. But stock BMW, oh man, that bike runs so freaking hot. It was even on like a 50-degree day and the BMW was running at 213, 212, and I was in steady freaking moving traffic, like consistently moving 50 degrees, 60 degrees outside, and the bike was still staying at 212. Whenever I was running 60 mile an hour, it was still running real hot. But after the Bryn tuning, it stays around 195, 200. Definitely a lot better with the Bryn tuning. The Yamaha, right now, 68 degrees outside. I've been kind of cruising here, haven't been doing anything stupid, but it's at 168, 170. and it's 70 degrees outside. Go on the power. The power of the BMW, there's no match. Absolutely no match when it comes to power. I don't give a shit if it's a R1, R1M. It doesn't matter. The BMW takes the cake. By far. Definitely BMW takes the cake. But if you're just looking to cruise around town and not wanting to track the bike, hi there. So if you're just wanting to cruise around town, not really track the bike, not race it, anything like that, the Yamaha definitely has plenty of power. My R1S, it's a 2016 Yamaha R1S, it'll do 180. And all I've done to it is a slip-on exhaust, tuned by R1 custom tuning, and an air filter. That's about it. It'll do 180. I understand the R1M and the actual R1, it'll do a lot better top end than the R1S will. But get up and go, they both get up and go. If you have them both stock, you'll have the mid-range, you'll lack in the mid-range on both motorcycles. It doesn't matter which one it is. I couldn't tell if that was a cop or not, so I didn't freaking continue to ride, but yeah, this bike will definitely get up and go. It's just not near as fast as the BMW. But it's still comfortable, super comfortable. I do have a Louis Moto seat on this. BMW seat is stock, so seat-wise, definitely gotta switch it up to the Louis Moto seat. Cannot keep a stock seat on either freaking motorcycle. I prefer Louis Moto. It's my go-to brand. I do the gel insert and I do a custom seat cover as well. Let's talk brakes. The brakes are stock on my R1 and they're good. They're alright. I can't say they're good. They're alright. BMW brakes, by far, way better than the Yamaha brakes. But they're also stock and way more miles. But the brakes are alright. They do their job for street use. Track use, you definitely want to upgrade the brakes. By far, even on both bikes, you definitely want to upgrade the braking system on both bikes. BMW, they're good brakes, but they're not the best. Definitely better than the Yamaha brakes. So the Yamaha, definitely need some kind of tuning on it. I would go if you have a new model R1, like 2020 and newer, I would definitely go Bryn tuning for the R1, anything 2020 and newer. If not, R1 X-Plane custom tuning on this bike, and he done a really good job on it. I'm happy with it. Yeah, so all around great bike. 25,000 miles on it for me. I absolutely love it. I'm keeping it. I got the M1000. I got a bike on the way, and I'm still keeping the freaking beautiful Yamaha R1. I will never get rid of this bike. I will literally ride this thing till the wheels fall off. I love it that freaking much. It's my first bike. It was my dream bike when I bought it. Rode the shit out of it. I wanted something newer, wanted something better, so I picked up the M1000. And now I wanted to get another bike so I could do the comparison between the three bikes. So I got something else coming for you guys, and I'm so excited. Hopefully by the end of May it will be here for you guys. Just about another 2 to 4 weeks and that bike will be here. I will have an unboxing video for you guys. Might even take off work and show you guys the upgrades on that bike being installed. So that will be getting done as soon as the mechanic puts the bike together from the factory. He will also be upgrading a few things on the motorcycle. So I'll be definitely putting that video out for you guys. Super excited. But yeah, the R1, honestly, I love it. It's definitely 9 out of 10. For my rating, it's a 9 out of 10. Absolutely love it. For pretty much a stock motorcycle. I haven't really done a whole lot to it, other than your things you do to every bike. But I definitely give it a 9 out of 10 on my standards. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend Yamaha. You can't go wrong with it. Oh, another big thing I want to throw out there. So, I have 26,000 miles on this bike, and I've not had, knock on wood, I've not had any issues whatsoever with this bike. Nothing at all wrong with this bike. I burnt the clutch out of it because I'm an idiot and I like to ride wheelies, and I do clutch up wheelies. So I burnt the clutch out of it. That is my own fault. But other than that, I have not had a single issue with my Yamaha R1. Nothing electrical, no engine lights, nothing. For 26,000 miles and going, I've not had a single issue. So I do highly recommend the bike. I do my regular maintenance and services and all that shit. But alright guys, I'm gonna sign out, get me some gas. I'm gonna take this bike home and hop on the BMW, and I will be right back with you guys. Have a good one. What is up guys? We are back and we got the beautiful BMW M1000RR. We got this beautiful machine out here for you guys, and let me tell you, I just got off the Yamaha R1, and man, it is completely different. You actually ride these bikes back to back, and it is crazy how different they truly are. Like, it is, oh my lord. First thing I noticed was the quick shifter. Second thing I noticed was how smooth the throttle and the clutch are. Like, taken off, I guess how smooth the bike is. How smooth this machine is, it's crazy. I understand, it's a $40,000 motorcycle, so it should be freaking perfect. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, right? It should come from the factory. Absolutely perfect. And it's not far from perfect. It really isn't. It's a fine-tuned machine. It's absolutely beautiful. So, with that being said, like I said, the first thing I've noticed, the quick shifter. Now this does have quick shift up and down. So, it already beats the R1 on that spec, at least my R1. I know the newer R1s come with up and down. But for my R1, I do not have the down. So, that's a negative. But The quick shift on the BMW up and down is absolutely amazing. It's almost perfect. I would almost give it, honestly, 10 out of 10. I have not tried the Alpha Racing quick shifter. I do plan on trying to get my hands on the Alpha Racing quick shifter to try it out. Even if I freaking got to borrow it from somebody or get it on loan somehow for a weekend to try it out, I would love to. But as a stock quick shifter, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's freaking amazing. Another thing I noticed was how smooth it is. The throttle response, the power band, everything. This motorcycle is so much smoother than the R1. So the smoothness of the throttle is definitely, it's a lot better. The throttle, it's not as twitchy as the R1. The R1's throttle is extremely twitchy. Like it's real sensitive, I should say. Twitchy, sensitive. It's really sensitive. I noticed that earlier. I hit a bump, and the GoPro's not going to pick it up. But I hit a bump earlier, and it jerked me just by hitting a bump. But you don't have that problem with the BMW. It's a lot smoother. It's not as sensitive. Now I'm sure I could go into the setting. I'm in race mode now. I'm pretty sure I could go into settings, make it more sensitive, make it more responsive. But as it sits right now in race mode, it definitely lets sensitive. Now this bike is way faster than the R1. I've even raced an R1M on this bike, and yeah, I don't know where he was at. He got left somewhere. About 4 races. Or no, 5 races. He got left every time. I don't know what happened to him, but he got left in dust somewhere. But yeah, BMW power, nothing really compares to it. It's freaking amazing. It's there when you need it, that's for sure. And all that's done to this, so you guys know, is literally Brend tuning stage 1 is all that's on the bike right now. It's literally stock. Other than that, no air filter, no exhaust, nothing like that. So I left off on the R1 video. I left off at the gas station. Let's talk about fuel consumption. So when the R1 was stock, when the R1 was stock, you could get about 130 miles to the tank. If you're really easy on it, I was pushing about 40 miles to the gallon, 37 miles to the gallon. You know, when I'm traveling, because I travel on my bikes, I go wherever on them. But yeah, highways, cruising on the highways, whatever, you know, not tearing into it real hard, getting up over 100 mile an hour, cruising at 100 mile an hour, nothing like that. You'll get 40 miles to the gallon on the R1. The BMW, it's less. It's quite a bit less. Even stock form, it is quite a bit less. You're looking at 33, 30. You're not really 35. You're not really getting you're really not getting the best gas mileage on the BMW. But who the hell cares, right? We don't buy the motorcycles to get the best gas mileage in the world, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, if you're wanting the best gas mileage, you're definitely gonna have to keep it stock on both bikes. It doesn't matter. The R1 by far will beat the BMW for fuel economy, if that's what you're wanting, cruising around town, to and from work, stuff like that. You're definitely gonna want the R1 for that, because it definitely gets better gas mileage by far. So now with the BMW, literally you hit the switch here and you hit the forward button. Now it's set to cruise control. It's at 45 mile an hour. Nobody's behind me, so it's set to 45. That you do not have on the R1. I think the newest ZX10s, the ZX10Rs, they have cruise control, and I think you can get one, an aftermarket one for the Hayabusas, or they may come with one now on the Hayabusas. But so it's finally starting to become available for other manufacturers. They're finally putting it on their bikes. It's about damn time. If Yamaha would do that, I would probably, if they would put that on an R1M, I would probably go out tomorrow and buy a brand new R1M. So Yamaha, you need to step up your game. Heated grips, must have. Definitely a must have. I love my heated grips. I'm here in Indiana, for anybody that doesn't know. I do live in Indiana. It gets freaking cold here. I do have a heated jacket and heated gloves to add on to my heated grips. And I have, she looks freaking cold. I have rode this BMW in 20 and 30 degree weather with a heated jacket and my heated gloves on, and I'm perfect. Like, it's definitely doable in cold weather. We'll talk about that in another video. I'll definitely show you guys my heated gear, because I highly recommend it. I highly recommend the brand. I had an issue with them and they took care of me, so we'll talk about that in another video. But the technology on the BMW definitely outperforms Yamaha and no other. I love the heated grips. It's literally this button right here. Hit it. You got 3, 2, 1, and then off. Cruise control, so we're set to, we'll go to 48, set it to 48 and just cruise. In that aspect, if you like to travel to and from work and you want cruise control, you're definitely going to have to go with the BMW or one of the other 2 other brands I recommend, or that I said before, that may have them from the factory. I don't know if you have to do an aftermarket, but they come from the factory, not for sure. But BMW comes stock across the board. No matter what you really get from BMW, they do have cruise control on their newer bikes. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend heated grips and cruise control. You definitely get a ton of technology on this thing. My M bike does not have tire pressure monitoring, so it doesn't tell me what my tire pressure is on this, which I really hate, but I know on the S1000s you can get that. And I highly recommend getting that. I wish I had it on this. But yeah. And so we're cruising now. It's about 60... Still about 68 outside, I think. Pretty sure. Still about 68 outside, 67. And the bike's running 185 degrees. So where the R1 was running 168, this is running 185. And I'm doing about the same speeds, same open roads. If anything, it's cooler outside than it was, you know, half hour, 10 hour ago whenever I was making the R1 video. And the bike's running, you know, we'll just call it 15 degrees, 17 degrees hotter. So that's something to think about too, is that the BMW is going to run quite a bit hotter than the Yamaha. So if you're wanting to go to and from work on those hot days, the BMW is definitely going to be way hotter than the Yamaha. Now, I am planning on going with the Samco hoses on the BMW and the Yamaha. I do not have the Samco hoses yet on the bikes, but that is something you can do upgrade wise that will help keep the bike running a little cooler. So yeah, I do plan on doing the red Samco hoses on both the M bike and the R1. And they're both flashed, so both the fans kick on at 195 degrees. Which is nice. And that's like one of the biggest things, other than like throttle and fueling and other stuff you get with the tuning. The fan coming on at 195 degrees is a huge upgrade in my opinion. It helps the bike run so much cooler. Even on those really, really hot days, the bikes run so much cooler when the fan kicks on at 195. So that's the big upside to the flashing of the bike, is that will help significantly with keeping the bike running cooler too. Comfort wise, I do not have the rubber grips over my grips. I like them. I get them on Amazon. If you guys want me to leave a link down below, you'll see them on my R1. The little like foam grips I keep over the stock handle grips. I highly recommend those too. That is a big upgrade in my opinion for comfort and long distance riding, is making the grip a lot thicker, so your hand isn't so scrunched up in a ball. Your hand's a little more open, a little more comfortable. The M bike, definitely you get more vibration. I don't know if the S1K, I don't have an S1K. I've never rode an S1K, so I don't know if you get all the vibration. I know the GoPro's not going to pick it up, but the mirrors are vibrating so much they're almost useless on the M1K. Like, the bike vibrates so freaking much. At first it was kind of hard to get used to because there was so much vibration. It was like, it was so weird to me with all the vibration that the BMW has. But after a while, I put over almost 2,000 miles on this. I don't notice it really anymore. Even switching just now from the R1 to this, I don't really notice the vibration anymore, honestly, just because I've been riding it so much. But you can definitely feel the vibration, and it's horrible on the mirrors. For getting up the speed on the BMW, absolutely no problem at all getting up and going. It is flipping insane. And I do have a video coming out for you guys. It might be a week or two, depending on weather. Weather's here is horrible. It's like the only nice day I'm going to get this week. So I'm trying to push this video out for you guys. But once weather starts acting right, I do plan on making a top speed video of my M1K for you guys. I noticed somebody commented one of my other videos. I only had it at 178 mile an hour in one of my videos. So yeah, I'll make that video for you guys shortly. But yeah, comfort wise, you sit in the bike. You don't sit on top of it. You sit in the bike on the BMW. The brakes on the BMW stock, I'd give them a 9 out of 10 for being stock brakes. 9 out of 10 for stock brakes. 9 out of 10 stock brakes. They're really, really good. They're almost, in my opinion, excellent. From what I'm used to, they're definitely freaking perfect, honestly, from what I'm used to. But I know they could be better, so I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10 for brakes. Handling, everything like that, well, 10 out of 10. I do have carbon wheels on this, where my R1 does not have carbon wheels. So I know carbon wheels is a big upgrade. And you can definitely tell a difference. But in my opinion, I don't know, it's hard. It's really hard. Which one would I choose? I've owned the R1 for so long. I know so much about it. I've, in and out of the twisties with it. It's perfect. I have no complaints. That's one of the best ways to learn how to drag a knee, by the way. I recommend, an empty parking lot, I don't know, I'm getting off subject here, but an empty parking lot so much better than a roundabout. But a roundabout's a pretty fun way to learn how to drag a knee, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, comfort on the BMW. It's definitely comfortable. I do not have an upgraded seat. The seat on the BMWs is trash. Absolutely horrible. Anybody that owns a BMW will tell you that the seat has to go. It has to be upgraded. The seat, I give it like a 1 out of 10. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm going to go with a Louis Moto seat. I actually need to check my email and see if they got the suede back in stock, because I do suede on mine. I'm doing a custom seat cover for the M1K. So yeah, definitely I'm doing the gel insert. Louis Moto is who I recommend on all bikes. You can get them for any bike, pretty much any sport bike, at least I'll say that. You can get them for pretty much any sport bike. Highly recommend them. But yeah, riding position 2 is still really comfortable on this. I almost want to say I said maybe more upright on the BMW. I don't know. That's kind of hard. I feel like I'm about the same. Maybe sit a little more upright on the BMW, but I don't know. That's really hard to tell, honestly. Even going from one bike to the next, I can't really tell a difference. I know one thing's for damn sure. The R1 rear brake is up way higher than the M1K. The R1 rear brake is up so much higher. Like I really have to raise my foot up to put my foot on the rear brake on the Yamaha. The BMW is like, it's like right there. You don't have to raise your foot up much at all to put it on that rear brake, so that's really nice. Yeah, technology on this thing definitely way better than Yamaha. So, I think that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully it was a good enough video for you guys. Hopefully it answered a lot of questions. If you guys got any more video suggestions, let me know. Let me know what you guys like, don't like, what you guys want to see. Leave it down below. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot for you guys. The weather here in Indiana has been horrible. It's been raining, or it's been 25 to 30 mile per hour winds, and I'm not getting out and riding in that high mile per hour winds. I'm good. Count me out. But hopefully weather will start acting right, and I'll start pumping out videos for you guys left and right. I'll start traveling more. I go to Ohio all the time. I can ride down to Kentucky and other places. I've even talked about going up to Michigan and stuff. So if you guys would like to get out and ride with me, see the M1K in person, let me know, guys. I'll definitely have some meetups and whatnot. In the summertime, I'll have some bike nights and stuff. I'll see what I can set up. Get some bike nights going, stuff like that. Set up some rides and some fun shit. So go ahead and help me out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day, guys.